Hi, I'm Lolly, also known as Happymummyshopper. We recently sailed the Disney Dream and these are my top tips for the cruise. Please subscribe to my channel, like and comment as it really helps me reach more people. So on to my tips. On boarding day, bring your swim stuff in your carry-on luggage so you can have a swim before, as the actual cabins don't open till later. There are pool life jackets provided for children. Your room should be ready around about 1:30. You then get your key to the world cards, which are your cabin door key, how you pay on board, and you also need them to get on and off the ship. You might be after the ship's Loungefly bag or the Spirit jersey tops. On our 4-night cruise there were plenty of bags available. I had heard other people queuing before the shops opened on previous cruises, but fortunately it was not necessary on our cruise. The shops do open once you have left port. This is Vanellope's and it's next to Cabanas. You do have to pay extra for the treats in here, but the race car is fun. Get it early on in your cruise as they can sell out. You get to keep the car, and once you've finished your ice cream, you can ask the staff to wash out the car for you. If you're up for a challenge, there is always the Family Challenge Cup. If you're after free ice cream, then head to Ice Cream. Every day there is a new flavour. The regular vanilla and vanilla chocolate are there every day. You help yourself to the ice creams. These soft serve ice creams are included in your fare. So download the Disney Cruise app onto your phones before you go. It's used for booking activities such as Princess Gathering and checking in before you go. Once on board, my children also had it on their phones. You can heart the activities such as quizzes and character meets that you want to do. It also shows you which restaurant you'll be eating in every night. It's also great for messaging each other on the ship. Make sure you put your phone in airplane mode with the Wi-Fi on to access this app. Do check out the cabin doors. This is our door, and if you've watched my what to buy video for a Disney cruise, you will have your door decorated too with magnets. It's a great way to find your port door on the ship. We were so impressed and loved having a wander to look at other people's doors. You might notice the fish extenders on the doors. Watch my full vlog to find out more information on them and pixie dust. If you're in concierge, the doors aren't as magnetic, so you'll need stronger magnets. The cakes in here are free. It is adult only in Cove Cafe, but you can get a plate and take it out of the cafe if you wanted to. The drinks, however, you do have to pay for. You can ask for a coffee card and you can get the 6th drink free. Disney offer a beer glass. This is great for a souvenir and you save money with the refills. You can pre-book it online, or if in the UK then you need to ring the booking line. It is quite heavy and they do give you a beer glass token to save carrying the glass around with you once you've finished. If cocktails are your preference, then they offer a refillable plastic cocktail glass, which you get slightly more in than a normal glass, and it also makes a great souvenir for home. Also look out for the cocktail of the day, which will be the cheapest cocktail you can buy on board the ship. So this is one of the main restaurants. You can eat off the children's menu and vice versa for your kids. If you wanted a cheeseburger every day, they will get you a cheeseburger. The waiting staff are very accommodating. So these are just some of the kids' menus that we have on board. Okay, so these are your breakfast options that you have on board. You can have room service. You can find this menu inside the desk drawer, and you have to hang out the menu on the door the night before. And then this is some of the breakfast items we got. Or you can also eat at one of the main dining rooms. One of them will be open. Check your apps for the times and you just turn up and then they will seat you. You don't need to pre-book this. Cabana's buffet is also open. This can get very busy, but you can always take your food back to your room. Use another of the plates to cover your food when you take it back. And also look out for the Mickey churros. So for evening dining, you are allocated one of these 3 restaurants and you rotate through the restaurants every night. If you opted for late dining, you can take advantage of going to breakfast later on the checkout day. The late dining for us felt a lot less rushed. You watch the show earlier, so you don't have to eat dinner quickly to get a theatre seat. We snacked at Cabanas and Flo's Cafe if we got hungry. So my next tip is if you're celebrating a birthday or anniversary, let your waiters know and you might get a special birthday dessert like we did. The buffet is closed for dinner. You can eat in the main restaurant, you can get room service, or you can pop up to Flo's Cafe. So Flo's Cafe is open till late, and if you fancy pizza at night, we got pizza at midnight and had it in the room, and you can also order room service too. I recommend taking lanyards and magnetic hooks, as I mentioned in my Disney Cruise Essentials video. We found it useful for keeping our cards safe and not losing them. Now on to character meets, one of my favourite part of the cruise. I'd recommend queuing at least 20 to 30 minutes before. As you can see, the queue is quite large here. They will shut the queue, so if you're in the queue, you will be meeting that Disney character. Check the app where they will be, and you can take a drink with you whilst you queue. It's okay for you to wait in the queue and your children to join you a little later. The Princess Gathering is a great way to meet your favourite princesses in one place. It's held in the atrium and you normally get to meet 4 princesses. You can book this on the app 30 days before you sail. If you are in the UK, check what time you need to get up as our booking slot opens at 5 AM. Every day you can get a free charm from the jewellery shop Diamond and Wishes. Check your app to see what time they are giving them away. If you've missed days, do ask in the shop as they sometimes have spares. If you attend a talk, you can also get the free bracelet. On the first day there is open house in the kids club. This is a great opportunity to check the 4 kids clubs out. You can stay with your kids whilst they have a play. We were really impressed with the theming in this kids club, which is up to age 11, and it was definitely worth going to have a look around them. Adults without kids can also have a look, especially if they want to get that photo in the Millennium Falcon. Also, this is when you might get the opportunity to meet one of the Toy Story characters in Andy's playroom. We got to meet Woody and there was a very small queue to meet him. Do check your app for the time, as the meet and greet with the Toy Story characters only happens on boarding day. So this is the Walt Disney Theatre. I do recommend getting there about 30 minutes early so you get the pick of the theatre seats. The best place is on the first floor in the centre. Now for the Golden Mickey show, if you sit mid-theatre opposite the stage, you might get lucky and get yourself some gold Mickey head confetti. For the theatre shows, you can buy a popcorn bucket and then you get to keep the bucket and you can get refills. They do give you extra in a container too with this one. The popcorn buckets are great as a souvenir and we really loved our Pizza Planet popcorn bucket. And it lights up too. So movies run every day in the movie theatre, on Pirate Night in the Walt Disney Theatre, and throughout the day on the big screen by the pool. Do check your app for the times. We found that they showed Disney films in the cinema now, as well as classic films, and you can also watch free movies on your cabin TV too. There are lots of different quizzes on board, from Pixar songs to Star Wars to Marvel. My tip here is do get there early to get a seat, especially on the last sea day where it tends to be even more busy. Some of the quizzes were held in the adult areas, but that's fine for your kids to be there in the day. If you are running out of clothes, there are laundrettes on board on the different decks. Have a look at the ship plan to see the nearest one to your cabin. You can bring your own washing powder or you can buy on board here. To help navigate the ship, you can look at the floor to see which way the compass is pointing for the front or forward of the ship. There are information boards on each deck too, which tells you where you are, and once you've been on there a day or two, you'll soon find your way around. Don't miss the detective agency on board. There are 2 desks on deck 3 and deck 5. To register, the kiosks needs to be open. It's a completely free activity and you can come back and complete when you want. There are 3 adventures to do, including a Muppets one, and you collect the clue sheet to solve the mysteries. My advice would be to try and register earlier in the cruise. It's actually good for familiarising yourself with where everything is on the ship, because it does send you up and down the decks looking at the pictures, and we did it on the last day and it was actually really busy queuing up for the kiosks. So you will want to cruise on Disney again, then I suggest booking a placeholder. You pay $250 and this can be used for up to 2 years against your next Disney cruise, and this means that you get 10% off. This is also can be refundable. You can do it in the app or at guest services. Your last morning, you can eat at the Cabana's buffet breakfast before you disembark, as well as in one of the main restaurants. Your servers will tell you which one. We actually enjoyed coming up to the buffet. It was quite quiet. They only had one side open, but we found that there was plenty of food. So my last tip is to join your Facebook group for your sailing. I was very fortunate that we had a great group run by fantastic admin. It really helped build up the excitement to the cruise too. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe too, as I will have more travel content and days out coming soon. And please, any questions, drop them in your comments and I'll do my best to answer them.